Listen.
People are people. People do good things and people do bad things. But to think that any of those bad things really result in purposely keeping someone conscious forever without relent just to torture them cannot be justice. Even in looking at the goal of the prison system or the judicial system, again, we are flawed people that created a flawed system, and it doesn't always work and it gets abused, but the goal is rehabilitation. The idea that God would ever make anything permanent, that he would never make a way to come back to him, shows me that, again, this is man-made, that these were people who wanted to imagine the worst thing possible. What is the worst thing possible? Death for denying God. Which, by the way, really quick, most people don't ridiculous claim, but understand that people aren't just denying God's existence. I want to enjoy my life on earth. I don't know anything ever without all the time, alone, forever, nonstop. It's man's imagination made that these were people who wanted to imagine the worst thing possible. What is the worst thing you can imagine? Always hurting, all the time, alone, forever, nonstop. It's man's imagination of the worst possible scenario. Just like heaven is the best possible scenario. And again, that heaven is the best possible scenario for your culture. That's why Valhalla still has fighting and warriors in it. That's why in Islam, the martyrs get so many virgins. That's why in our heaven, we get to have a crown and mansions. Talk about a man-made thought. Come from a base idea of the best possible and the worst possible thing. Not a real telling of what a just, perfect, all-loving God would actually do for his creation. So long story short, using the rationalization of what a just God would do if there actually was a place he deemed necessary for punishment, says one of two things. Either the God is described in the Bible is not real, or there is a God that is real and he is that evil, and then it's outside of our control anyways, which may not be as comforting a thought as you wanted it to be, but those two thoughts have helped me a great deal. Let's get into number 5, near-death experiences. Now, I'm trying to find it in this video where he says, it is unjust to offer infinite punishment for finite crimes. I'm here to offer this solution. If you molest a child, then no matter how much time passes, not even if an eternity can change the fact that, hey, you're a child molester. If you did it once, you can always do it again. You molested that child, that would be true for you. That would be true of you forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And what should happen to a child molester? They should burn. As long as they wear that stain, child molester, they don't belong in heaven. So when you sin against God, once you commit that sin, it will be forever true that you're a sinner. And sin can't stand in God's presence. It will be burned up by God's very nature. Even though he loves it, the person who sins, maybe. If you got sin on you, if you got one sin, even one sin, that's all that takes. One sin. Eating of the forbidden fruit, one sin. And you're a sinner forever. And as long as you're a sinner, how long will you be punished? For as long as you're a sinner. How long will you be a sinner? Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Deal with it.